All right, welcome to the Bakersfield Speedway. August 26, 1995. The race doctor here, Mike Mosier, in the pits at Bakersfield Speedway. Your host, California Raceway Video. We're talking here with my man in crime out of the modified street stock, the number 52, James the Hammer Hammonds. How you doing, James?
Real good, real good.
Nice to have you out here, but I tell you what, last outing you were out there trying to track down that red 18 car of Kevin Collier to make it 2 in a row like a repeat. Just not quite enough laps to kick his booty, but of course the week before you won it in style. You never looked back, you had the win. Coming up now, you're fourth in points. I believe it was 28 out of second place. I tell you, you're doing a whale of a job. The end of the season coming around for you, and you're escalating your efforts and doing a whale of a job. What's your secret?
Oh, it's just consistency, and we've been working on the car every week, and it just gets better and better. And not to correct you, but it's 24 points out of second.
Exactly right. Of course, and that 400 block must be making a lot of horsepower for you.
That 400 block? No. We got a 283 in there, man.
283. Well, I tell you what, that 283 is a whale of a power plant. I ran one back in 1979, I guess it was. Those make good horsepower. So you're running a 350. What kind of tranny rear end you running?
We're running the 9-inch rear end, but we're probably only one, as far as I know, that's running the Power Glide transmission. And everybody said all year says that Power Glide wouldn't win a main event, and I proved them wrong a couple weeks ago.
Tell you what, Power Glides have been consistently good operators for race cars on the dirt for a long, long time. And so with that Power Glide and the stall factor going into, what kind of final drive you figure you come up with?
We're looking probably at a 740, 741 in the rear end. Now that we're talking about it, I got to go over and knock on a piece of wood and hope it don't let me down. But
hey, don't be reaching for my leg now. Come on, buddy. I tell you what, you're in the ballpark in the final drives. I heard some outrageous final drives here over the year. One old boy's running a 786. I was trying to figure out how he could keep that engine together, but they don't last too long when you put them down on the dirt that hard.
No, and when you're out there on the track and they come up by you or you go around them, you can really tell the difference in the RPMs that they're kicking out. And I'm like you, how do they keep them together week after week? And we're a poor boy outfit, so we got to kind of keep it down and try to keep it together. Try to stay consistent. That's the key. Just try to get out there, stay consistent, and stay out of trouble.
Exactly right. Be there when a checkered flag drops. Well, James, who do you have for your sponsors 1995? I know we're all quite familiar with that wonderful spot in Southwest Chewy's Mesquite Broiler. Great little watering hole and some great food. What else do you have for sponsors? And let's talk about your crew a little bit too.
All right. Well, the other sponsor we have is Hammond Sewer and Drain. That's it's a plumbing outfit, and also it's basically out of pocket through my brothers and my dad. I got my older brother Tim, then the one brother younger to me, Kenny, and then Kevin, and then Billy, and then our real good friend Gary Anderson. And without Gary, we'd be in big trouble. He puts in quite a few bucks in the car himself, and we just all get together, and this is what we do. Can't go to bars anymore and get drunk because you can't drive away from them. And it's just this. We spend all our time working on a race car, and we have a real good time. Well, people, they come up and hear us, and we're arguing and laughing and getting on. They don't understand it, but we have a good time. Wouldn't change it for nothing.
Of course, you do tell some of those late jokes. We couldn't put them on the camera here a little bit earlier, but they were pretty raunchy, I tell you for sure. Of course, they're just talking about family stuff. You got a great family operation. Your younger brother there, Wild Billy, running a heck of a race there last week. Was that his second outing or first?
That was his second outing, and what was really neat about it is the track was kind of wet, and he was taking it easy, and everybody else was going in real hard and just pushing out, and he just stayed real smooth and won that baby. I mean, it was really neat. It was good for him, too.
That's great. Well, we sure appreciate you, James, and all your family and your love and friendship that you produce for all the racers out here. I know you guys are intermingling with all the different guys, and that makes it a nice kind of deal when everybody gets along well.
Well, like they talk about it on NASCAR, about the fellowship and so forth, and it just is true out here at these small tracks. I mean, we get along with everybody, and everybody gets along with us. Every once in a while, you have a little argument with somebody, but you shake hands and go away, and it's really a good fellowship. It really is. There's nothing like it.
That's exactly right. All right, well, appreciate you, James the Hammer Hammonds. We wish you the best of luck. Go out and kick some booty. Now let's step back here and take a look at this number 52, the modified street stock, currently fourth in points. Appreciate you, buddy. Good job.
Thank you. Yeah, we're gonna try to get her again.
See you over at Lamppost Pizza tonight?
Oh yeah.
Excellent.
Of course you are, man.
What? There's old James Deedy over here jacking Laura Ferris's car up. Was repairing the jack, looked like a little bit earlier. I tell you what, there's that camaraderie that James Hammer was talking about. All these guys pitching in and working just like one big old family right here at the Bakersfield Speedway. Laura Ferris down on her knees. No comment on that program. Hi there, this is, who am I? In the pits with the hobby stock lady driver, Lacey Laura Ferris with Performance Machine. Come over here, Laura. Let's see what's going on, girl. How you doing?
All right.
Got that blonde hair blowing in the breeze. I tell you, that's what, about 20 knots out of the northwest. What do you think about tonight's event and your car? I see you got it jacked up. Your main man, James Deedy, and Wally Ferris down there. What are these guys doing?
Well, I'm having some starter problems. I put the motor back in last night, and the starter's binding up, and James, his jack is not doing his job.
His jack won't jack. Well, he looks over at, look at him looking over at us. What's wrong, brother? I tell you what, you put the motor in last night. What'd you do? You made a motor swap or what?
Oh, no, I've been losing some power here for the last couple of weeks, and I decided since we had a week off to pull it out and check it, and sure enough, you know, the head gasket is pretty shot. So I put the motor in and put new head gaskets on it, and it's running pretty good tonight.
All right, so you got out and hot lapped a little bit. It handles pretty good. Was that track a little wet tonight in comparison to the rest of the season, or is it a little sticky dry?
Well, a couple weeks ago, the track was worse. It was wet, and tonight I think the track will be a really good track, and we'll see.
I know last time out when we had the Enduro race, I believe that was a month ago, you ran the hobby division. All of a sudden you come sporting this big red with the 40 on the door and came into the hobby stock race. Are you going to be doing that tonight in the Enduro, I mean?
Yeah. I have nothing to lose. I'm struggling for points. I'm 13th. I don't think I get back up in the top 10. I mean, the money was there. I got nothing to lose.
All right, well, that's good. So you got your entry fee already in. It's not going to be a last-minute decision. You have already declared that you are an entrant into the Enduro.
Yeah, you know, the last Enduro, I had $50 to my name, and these guys around here came through for me. Jay Marks, the 08 hobby stock, gave me 15 gallons of gas. These guys just came and gave me money and said, go for it, you know, and it's really good people like that I like racing with. So. All
right, well, we sure appreciate you, Laura. You're always a great asset out here. Show these hair-legged boys how the hog eats the cabbage, of course. School them, if you will, when you keep that motor running. So Performance Machine over there, Clint Levitt's been doing a whale of a job for you, I hear.
Oh, yeah, Performance Machine. They did a great job building the motor and rebuilding it when I blew it up. And if it wasn't for them, you know, Rogers Auto Repair and Body Fender Works, if it wasn't for him putting the body on and Hilton Racing, Tire Exchange, Bob's Mufflers,
Jimmy the Shoe,
Industrial Radiator Service. These guys, I mean, it's hard for me to get sponsors, and I thank everybody. Chad Jeffries doing the lettering, so thanks everybody.
Well, you know, how come everybody keeps walking by and waving and acting crazy? I mean, are they after you tonight or what?
I don't know, but don't do the Jimmy the Shoe thing.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen. Lacey, Laura Ferris. Lacey, good luck to you tonight.
Thank you.
All right. Here you can see the big red number 40 Tire Exchange Performance Machine, Chad Jeffries, Race Car Paint, Hilton Racing, of course, Rogers Auto and Repair, Body Fender Work. Another viewing of what we're talking about with the camaraderie in the race world here at Bakersfield Speedway. There's Scott Trahan, the Raging Cajun, behind him, Scott Pounds, Virgil Riddle, and Mike Scott, I believe it is, along with Tim Scott, and then, of course, Ron Schmidt. All these guys looking over Trahan. Trahan's having some kind of problem on his number 90 car, the hobby division, and they were all conferring into the under the hood side of this particular race car. Scott Pounds seemed to have gave the last word of what's going down, and now they're throwing pebbles at him, so I don't know. I'm sure they've come up with some, but again, a little more camaraderie here at the Speedway. All right, here we got the next generation of racers making their own racetrack here on top of the Speedway, turned towards one. Let me see if I can move in and catch some of the stuff they're talking about.
Blues, but I'm making more.
Hey, what's going on, guys? You guys making your own Speedway here?
Yeah.
Look over here. What's your name?
Jason.
Jason who?
Jason Ravano.
Jason Ravano. Looks like you got a little motocross here. You got a little hoop-de-doo there where the cars are going to get a little airborne. Is that what you guys are doing?
Yeah.
And who's your favorite race car driver out here at Speedway?
I don't know.
You don't know? And which is your pick of all those cars there? You got some neat looking cars. Which one do you drive? Ah, you got that little, oh my gosh, look at that. That's a nice big old race car. It looks like a Corvette body, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Why don't you guys give us a couple laps down there, see how good they go. There he is, kicking it. Gets airborne, down the back chute, comes into turn 3, hooked up, looking good here tonight. I tell you what, there you go. Some of the young future drivers we can look for out here at the Bakersfield Speedway. And we'll be right back with you with the first qualifying heat race here tonight. Pole, the number 20 car, Mike Berry. Outside front row, you pick up the number 90 car. That's the Ragin' Cajun, Scott Trahan. Second row inside the number 42 car, Marvin Least, RPM starting to build. And we go on the green. Off turn 2, your leader, the number 90 car. His hood starting to rise, drops his trunk lid, but he's out front. Trunk lid down the on the back chute. And we go on the yellow. We have a deck lid on the back chute from the number 90 car, Scott Trahan. The number 20 car, correction, and that driver, that is Dennis Turner. Peter still the number 90 of Scott Trahan. Dennis Turner running second. And then you pick up the 1P, I believe that is Mark Essery. And we go on the green. Essery makes a nice move in turn 1, drops down below the number 20 car of Turner. Turner up into marbles, makes contact with Jeff Houston's, who now is up to third. The number 61 of Mike Sparks running fourth on the track. And the 49 car now making a bid, Lloyd Reed trying to get underneath Sparks. In the pits a little bit earlier, the number 90 car of Scott Trahan had all kinds of help under the hood of that, including Virgil Riddle and Tim Scott, Ron Schmidt, Scott Pounds, all kinds of guys working underneath that hood of that car. Apparently did some good. He's out front looking good here. 4 laps down now. Reed up to fourth, Sparks back to fifth, and then you pick up the 20 of Dennis Turner. Mark Essery making a power bid on the back side of the number 90 car, Scott Trahan. Trahan opens the door, Essery turns it a little early and gets inside on the apron. Getting loose off turn 2 is Essery. Houston's made a bid to come underneath but couldn't quite hold the trigger. Six down, 2 to go. White flag action one more time around. Trahan a little loose off turn 2. Mark Essery right on the back bumper of him. Trahan tries to close the door. He opens it up out of turn 4. Look out, it's going to be a close one. And Scott Trahan by a foot. Trahan hangs on for the win. Mark Essery second, then Houston's Lloyd Reed, Mike Sparks, and then finally Dennis Turner. That's a great finish up front. Trahan opened the door out of turn 4, and the number 1 car almost pulled it off. Correction, the number 1 car, Tim Bewley, I believe it is, firing that 1P. We'll get a final on that for sure.
Supposedly.
On the pole, the number 24 car, Adam Wren. Outside front row, the number 52, Wild Bill Hammonds. Then you pick up the 76B of Virgil Morgantini. We're on the gas, or Jerry Morgantini. Also, you pick up the 8B of Jim Perry. But Wild Billy Hammonds out of turn 2, your leader. Morgantini gets on the backside of Adam Wren. It's 3 abreast going into turn 3. Jim Perry, Adam Wren, and Jerry Morgantini. Speedy Steve Cargill now on the bottom side joins that hunt. Jim Perry opens the door. He goes up high out of turn 2, and Speedy Steve Cargill up to 4th. Also in the hunt, the 08 of Jay Marks. Wild Bill Hammonds doing a whale of a job. 3rd race in a race car. And he's up front right now with a good 10-car lengths advantage over Adam Wren. Gets up high and loose out of turn 4. Speedy Steve Cargill now on the back bumper of that 3rd place runner, Jerry Morgantini. Cargill, that Sutton Chevrolet, C&L Auto Dismantling, Cargill Welding. And Cargill down the back chute, sticks it into turn 3. Makes a little contact. He's trying to inherit that 3rd place. There's Jay Marks up in his face. Marks slides past 2 cars, and Jay Marks, the 08 car, that little Nova, now running 3rd. Cargill with a power move out of 2, down low. It's side by side in the back chute. Into turn 3, Cargill turns the wheel a little bit earlier than Marks. Marks up in the marbles. Makes a little contact with the wall, and Jerry Morgantini back to 4th. Jim Perry rides the back part of that pack, and a white flag being shown to Wild Bill Hammonds getting sideways down the main chute. Adam Wren, the 24 car, running 2nd. And a checkered flag for the Hammonds driver, Wild Bill Hammonds. Adam Wren 2nd, Steve Cargill up to 3rd, Jerry Morgantini 4th, Jim Perry 5th, and then finally Jay Marks 6th. And Wild Bill gets a big round of applause as your winner, round 2 qualifier in the 52 car. First, the number 32 car, also a performance machine special. That is Ron Schmidt, that car for sale. Also the 01 car of Billy the Boot Outhouse Irwin, and your current points leader, the black number 66, Jumpin' Jimmy Dede. Ben Mock, your leader, goes into turn 3 as Lacey Laura Ferris and Jimmy Irwin Billy Irwin rather, get tangled up. Mock pushes high in turn 1, opens the door, and Kaufman has his nose out of turn 2, your leader. Mock comes right back at him. Looks like the 77 car, Ben Mock, dropping fuel out that rear tail section. Number 32 car, performance machine special. Ron Schmidt on the bubble. 3 go to the main. Here comes Billy the Boot Outhouse Irwin now in the backside. Irwin currently running 4th. Will have to move up 1 to qualify directly to the main. Monte Carlo and a Nova. Monte Carlo has several hundred pounds heavier chassis, but he's definitely on the back bumper of Schmidt. as they go down the back chute into turn 3. And Billy Irwin on the high side makes the pass. Now he's up into the third transfer position. Oh, Wayne Kaufman, a sudden right-hand turn, hits the chute wall. What was that all about? So the yellow flag out for the 50 car. He may have just lost the steering wheel out of his grip. It's leader, jumping James Deedy. We're on the green. Irwin with a little bit of airfoil as he comes into 3. Hood comes off, halfway that is. 6 down, 2 to go. Irwin up high in the marbles, keeps that RPM up. White flag action one more time around. Jim Deedy driving an Oldsmobile, a Monte Carlo right on his backside. He makes a little contact. Oh, look out, bumpers hooked up momentarily. A fourth of a lap to go. Your leader now coming to take the checkered, Ben Mock, your Kern Towing special. Rambling Ron Schmidt second, jumping Jim Deedy third. And the 0-1 of Billy that Boot Outhouse Irwin fourth, Lacey Laura Ferris, and then Wayne Kaufman. So your 3 transferees, Ben Mock, Ron Schmidt, and James Deedy. Top 3 will go to the main on the pole. The number 91 car, sponsored by Powerhouse. We call him Hook, the double amputee, Mark Roberts. Outside front row, the number 69 car comes to us by Bakersfield. Big hand for Virgil Riddle. The yellow number 2 car, the Flying Hawaiian, Roger Remy Jr. The number 14 car, Rick Henderson. The number 33 car, Jerry Horlacher. And then the 25 car, Roger Herrick, and the 16 car, Danny Lewis. We go green, and we're jambling up into turn 1, off turn 2. Virgil Riddle, Rick Henderson, and then Roger Remy Jr. and Roger Herrick on the high side. Herrick getting up some RPM now off turn 4. And Herrick makes the pass. Roger Herrick in the Aqua number 25 car, putting a muscle down, made a little contact with the 14 car. Virgil Riddle bobbled a little bit, and up comes Henderson now running first. Riddle back to second, and Roger Herrick still in that third and final qualifying position. Danny Lewis in the 16 car now up to 4th. Right rear flat on Jerry Horlacher, the green number 33, as he gets spun out by the number 2 car, Roger Remy Jr. And we'll go yellow on the track for the green machine, Jerry Horlacher. On the bubble, the number 25 car of Roger Herrick. We're on the green. Danny Lewis is the white 16 car. Riddle has a little trouble here tonight handling the apex of 1 and 2. Goes to the high side into turn 1. That's right where Riddle has been pushing at that corner. And Herrick falls back, and Danny Lewis is now up in that transfer position. And Herrick stays on the gas a little longer, gets back to third. Now Herrick drops down the low side. Side by side with Riddle down the back chute. Herrick down low, Riddle up high. Still side by side, glued together like a piece of Velcro. Riddle tried to slam him down on that inside apron. Herrick held the line, and Riddle comes up way high out of turn 2. White flag now being shown to your leader, the 14 car of Dale Shank. Rick Henderson, of course. So the 25 car, Roger Herrick running third. A duel for that third and final position out of turn 2 between Lewis and Riddle. Your winner, Rick Henderson, the 14 car. Here comes a fight off turn 4. The 25 car finishes second, Roger Herrick. And Danny Lewis finally makes the pass. He'll be your third and final qualifier, as the 69 car Virgil Riddle will have to go to a semi-qualifier.
We fought like hell to get here tonight. Is that right? Oh, man. One thing after another.
On the pole, you pick up the number 20 car. That's Mike Berry. Out of sight of Mike Berry, you find the number 33 car. 33 car comes to us out of Studio City, Jake Nacero. Second row inside the 76 car. Charlie Jones out of Taft, California. Then you pick up the 48 car of Bruce Smith. The number 2 car of Daryl Hood, and we go green. The 78 car, Ralph Cook, a BC Ray Tire Special. And the number 97, Chris Laney, 3 abreast off 2. Mike Berry getting sideways. Out of turn 2, here comes Daryl Hood, the black number 2 car. He's running 4th. Gets in the backside of Charlie Jones. Jones pushes a bit. Hood down low, Charlie Jones up high. And your leader running that second groove, Barry, in the 20 car, looking good here tonight. A good 10 car length advantage over Jake Nacero. Second time on the track for the 20 car. Ran here a week ago. And there you see the 33 car of Jake Nacero with Daryl Hood working that back bumper over. Jake Nacero in that yellow 33 Camaro. Currently running second, right behind him, the black number 2 of Daryl Hood. And then Chris Laney is running 4th in that white number 97 car as Ralph Cook makes a nice pass into turn 1. Daryl Hood loses the handle on it, goes to the infield. White flag action now, one more time to go. Chris Laney now up to 3rd, Ralph Cook 4th. Charlie Jones 5th, Bruce Smith, and then Daryl Hood. And here comes your winner off turn 4. Can he make it? Mike Berry. Jake Nacero 2nd, Chris Laney 3rd, Ralph Cook 4th, Charlie Jones, Bruce Smith, and Daryl Hood. here we go, round 2 qualifier on the pole. You pick up the number 7 car out of Torrance, California. Your driver, Kenny Mann. Outside front row, the blue number 34 car comes to us out of Bakersfield. Your driver, Lonnie Welch. The number 91 car out of Porterville, Billy Nolan. The number 52 car, James the Hammer Hammonds. Number 4J, Super Phil Matthews. We're on the green. The 79 car, Jim Harker. And the 17 car is Slippery Steve Nolan, your current points leader. Kenny Mann, your leader. James the Hammer Hammonds and Lonnie Welch up. Duel off 4. Kenny Mann, your leader. Now James the Hammer Hammonds up to second. Billy Nolan down low. Lonnie Welch up high. Hammonds takes a look underneath Mann as they go into turn 3. They make contact. It's Mann and Hammonds making contact out of 4. And James the Hammer Hammonds into the infield. Your leader off turn 2. Who's it going to be? Welch or Nolan? Welch up high in the marbles. A little slippery there. And Lonnie Welch makes the pass. He's your leader. Jim Harker now up to second. Billy Nolan third. Steve Nolan fourth. The Nolan brothers dueling, and Steve Nolan comes out with a lot of RPM. He's up to third now. Jim Harker running a strong second behind your leader, the blue 34 of Welch, and he bobbles, moves up high and opens the door. And Harker now takes the lead. White flag action. White flag action. Here we go. One more corner for your leader off turn 4. And winner, Jim Harker. Lonnie Welch second. Steve Nolan third. Kenny Mann fourth. Billy Nolan fifth. And Super Phil Matthews finally rounding out the top 6. All right, round 1 qualifier on the pole. The 08 car representing Taft, California. Big hand for Jay Barrett. Outside front row, you pick up the number 11 car out of Pahrump, Nevada. Your driver, Robin Rudd. Second row inside, the number 4 car out of Bakersfield. Your driver, George C. Scott. The number 16 P car out of Porterville, Steve Smotherman. The number 9 car, Jim Dinas. And then the number 77, Bill Bartels out of Marina Del Rey. Lights out, we're on the green. Off turn 2, Robin Rudd, your leader. Robin Rudd, your leader. Smotherman right on the backside. Robin Rudd in the number 11 off turn 4. Smotherman taking a look underneath him. Jay Barrett currently running third. George C. Scott fourth. Smotherman with an inside move into turn 3. Side by side out of 4. And Smotherman makes the pass. Robin Rudd back to second. number 77 car getting sideways. That's Bill Bartels. Here you can see Bill Bartels going into the turn 3 out of turn 4 on the back bumper, Jay Barrett. That race on the track is for 3rd and 4th. This time by, it'll be 6 down, 2 to go. Your leader now into turn 1, the 16 car. Steve Smotherman. White flag this time around. Smotherman getting sideways. That's your leader now coming off turn 2. And second place just into turn 1. Your winner off turn 4, a whole straightaway advantage, Steve Smotherman. Finishing up second will be the number 11 out of Pahrump, Robin Rood. Jay Barrett 3rd. Bill Bartels 4th, and George C. Scott in the number 4 car finishing up 5th. And this is your winner, the pretty plum and yellow number 16 out of Porterville, Steve Smotherman. He's a car builder up in Porterville. Builds a lot of IMCAs and I4s, they call them, 4-cylinder copies of an IMCA modified. Next up, round 2 qualifier for the IMCA modified. On the pole, he ran a real good race last week until he was spun out over in turn 1 and 2. The number 87 car out of Bakersfield. Big hand for Buck Cox. The number 10 car comes to us out of Bakersfield, sponsored by Eva Van Sant, representing Mary Kay Products. Your driver, Lynn Dinas. We go on the green. The number 18 running second is Tom Bowser out of Tulare. The 0 car, Jim Reeves, up to 3rd. The 34 car is Scott Olson, and then the 6 car, your current points leader, Darren Smotherman. Tom Bowser, this 18 car, now your leader. Bowser sets his car through the transition of 3 and 4. Bowser with a good 15 car length advantage over Buck Cox, and Jim Reeves, the blue 0 car, now starting to reel the second place Buck Cox in. There you see second in the 87 car, Buck Cox, sponsored by Taco Tech. Jim Reeves in the blue 0 car. That's 5 laps down, 3 to go. Buck Cox still running second. A race coming out of turn 4 between Scott Olson and Lynn Dinas. Marlin's Machine Special. 6 down, 2 to go. Bowser, your leader. Buck Cox running second, Jim Reeves 3rd. White flag now being shown to your leader, Tom Bowser. And your winner, the number 18 car out of Tulare, Tom Bowser. A race for second, and Jim Reeves pulls it off. Buck Cox went up high in turn 4 and fell back to 3rd. 4th goes to the 10 car of Len Dinas. 5th to the 34 car, Scott Olson. So the number 10 car, a new sponsor out there, Mary Kay Cosmetics, sponsored in by Eva Van Sant. All right, here we go. On the pole, the number 70 car comes to us out of Port Hueneme. Big hand for Bob McMahon. Car for sale, the 26 car out of Bakersfield, Gary Brannon. The number 1 car, your 1994 national champion, known as the Rocket Man, Scott Towns. Outside front row, your current national points leader in the IMCA modified out of Santa Maria. Big hand for Ryan Cole. Lights out and we're on the green. The number 12 is Ron Bartels out of Hawthorne. The number 55 is Doug Thompson out of Bakersfield. The Rocket Man off turn 2, muscle move and down to back shoot your leader. The number 5 car, Scott Gatson in the lineup. Sponsored by Bender Chiropractic, Tammy's Flowers and Balloons, and Getting Hitched Wedding Chapel. But off turn 4, your leader, Scott Pounds, followed by Gary Brannon, Bob McMahon, Ryan Cole, now up to 4th. The number 12 of Ron Bartels out of Hawthorne, up to 5th. 3 laps down this time around, 5 more to go. Ryan Cole, sponsored by Santa Maria Driveline. Your current national points leader having a little trouble here right now as he drops back to 5th. Move over flag being issued to the Superman, Scott Gaston. Pounds makes the entry down low, makes contact with Gaston. Gaston loses handle. Oh, Brandon made a huge contact on the right rear quarter panel of Gatson. Six down, 2 to go. Ryan Cole in the red number 4, now up to 2nd. The number 12 car of Ron Bartels up to 3rd. White flag action. Brannon back to 4th. Here's your winner off turn 4, the Rocket Man, Scott Pounds. Ryan Cole 2nd. Ron Bartels 3rd. Gary Brannon 4th. Bob McMahon 5th. Doug Thompson 6th. All right, here we go, starting grid. On the pole, you find the number 20 car, Dennis Turner. Outside front row, the 76P of Jerry Morgantini. Second row inside, you find the number 42 car, your driver, Marvin Least. Second row outside, the 8B of Jim Perry. And finally, that hard charger won the last main event out of the 08 out of Bakersfield. Big hand for Jay Marks. So this will be a 12-lap qualifier. Number 1 semi-main. There'll be a second semi-main for the hobby division. Lights out, anticipation of the green, RPM builds, and we're on the green. Look out, a straightaway mangle up there with the number 20 car, Dennis Turner, and Marvin Lease with a right front flat. A race into turn 3, Jerry Morgantini on the high side, getting loose. Morgantini makes contact with Jim Perry. Morgantini a right rear flat. That's why he had trouble coming out of turn 4. You can see the mud furrowing up. Your leader is the 8B, Jim Perry, a late entrant on the track. I believe that is the red 49 car of Lloyd Reed. That would put Reed a lap down, but he's already passed 4 of the cars. Your leader off turn 4, the black 8B, the Nova of Jim Perry. Jay Marks in the 08 running 2nd. Currently 3rd, the 20 car, Dennis Turner, and 4th, the 49 of Lloyd Reed. All 4 of these will go to the main event, provided that Lloyd Reed is able to get enough laps down before another car out of the pits comes back out. The car third on the track is actually fourth in position. And Jay Marks is now starting to reel the leader in. Marks is on the move. Marks has found the rhythm, and he is starting to close the ground quickly on Jim Perry. Marks has got the RPM building. They're cooking into turn 3. Perry, Marks up front. Perry swishes out, opens the door. Jay Marks enters into turn 1 on the bumper now of Jim Perry. Perry again pushing out of the corner. Marks not able to pull the trigger that time around. Jay Marks overhauling the backside of that Black Nova. Jim Perry in the 8B hanging on to what he's got right now to hold that big guy off behind him. Eight down, 4 to go. Out of turn 2, Marks looks at it a moment. Marks tried to put the mustard on the doggy and couldn't hold the bun in the weenie. He's going to try it again off turn 4. It's Jim Perry and Marks off 4. Marks looks up to the high side into turn 1. Brings it back down low. This time Perry does not open the door. That was a good try. Dennis Turner heating up as he comes down to that black number 20. A lot of steam coming out of that cavity. Marks trying to overhaul Perry. Can't quite pull it. The 8B of Jim Perry is your leader. White flag action. Marks up on the high side, has the RPM building. He drops it down low into turn 1. Jim Perry just keeps closing the door on him. And your winner, Jim Perry. J Marks second. I believe the number 20 of Dennis Turner finished up third, and a real close toss-up between Jerry Morgantini, depending on how many laps he completed, or Lloyd Reed would be the fourth transferee. I'll try to catch that top 4 rundown for you. The red number 40 is sponsored in by Performance Machine, Clint Loveless. Your driver, the lady driver, Lacey Laura Ferris. The number 69 car, front row outside, out of Bakersfield. Big hand for Virgil Riddle. Second row inside, the number 50 car, Wayne Kaufman. Then the green machine, the 33 car of Jam and Jerry Horlacker. We go green. The number 2 car of Roger Remy Jr. And the 01 of Mark Essery. Lacey Laura Ferris out of turn 2, your leader. Virgil Riddle running second, a duel for third. Top 4 will go to the main. Jam and Jerry Horlacker with a bid for that third position. Gets on the top side of Kaufman. Off turn 4, Lacey Laura Ferris still your leader. Virgil Riddle running second, Jam and Jerry Horlacker third. Wayne Kaufman now on the bubble. Kaufman on the bubble with Roger Remy Jr. trying to track him down. The lady driver schooling the hairy-legged boys. Off turn 4, your leader. Yeah, brother. Mark Essery in the 01 car having a lot of trouble here. Engine not quite performing up to par. Way in the back now. 4 down, 8 to go. see a real battle there with Virgil Riddle and the 33 car of Jammin' Jerry Horlacher. Riddle grabbing that inside berm quite a bit, trying to fend off that big old green machine of Jammin' Jerry Horlacher. That fight on the track for second and third. Your leader now going into turn one, the lady driver, Lacey Laura Ferris. Virgil Riddle in red and white number 69, that is running second. Jammin' Jerry Horlacher right on his backside, and Wayne Kaufman running fourth in the number 50, that black and red car. Lacey Laura Ferris looking good off turn 4. She's got a whole straightaway advantage now on the rest of the field. Running second of Virgil Riddle, and a fight for that third position between Kaufman and Jerry Horlacher. 9 laps down this time around. Laura Ferris with a right rear flat. Can she hold on to win this one and go to the main? Oh, tough break for that hard luck driver. Lacey Laura Ferris. 9 down, 3 to go. Can the lady driver hold them hairy-legged boys off? Riddle hits the inside again. 10 down, 2 to go. A tough way to go around that power side, that right rear. Tough to make it happen over there. Virgil Riddle now closed that whole straightaway lead that she had, as those front 4 are now your would-be qualifiers to the main. White flag. Can she do it? One more lap to go. The lady driver holding Riddle down low. Kaufman trying the high side. Jerry Horlacher down low. Riddle loses control. Can she do it? Come on, Laura Ferris. Hang on to it, darling. Kaufman hooks up on a bumper. Come on, Ferris. And she does it. Yeah. Lacey Laura Ferris hung on for a second. The 69 car Riddle takes the win. Oh boy, she had her hands full, folks. And the lady driver hung on to transfer, finishing up second. What a job. Yeah, there's your winner, the 69 car of Riddle. Oh! If everybody would count with me from 10 down to 0, we're going to go ready. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, hit it! And we go green. Laura Ferris is hooked up, going to the front already. Off turn 2, you pick up the number 4 car. A melee on the back chute, 4 abreast. Look at Laura Ferris hooked up, going into turn 3. The number 8 car, your leader, Jim Thornsberry. Paul Brutzman running second. The number 54 car, Larry Puryear, running third. The 0 car, Steve Downs, fourth. Scott Pounds right on his back bumper. And the number 7 car out there, hooked up, looking good. That's a straight line 6-cylinder, Randall Davis. Your leader comes off turn 4, up high in the marbles, loose down the main chute. The number 54 car now up to second, Larry Puryear. Steve Downs up to third, Scott Pounds running fourth. Scott Pounds having a birthday here tonight. The number 8 car of Jim Thornsberry still hanging on to that front position. Scott Pounds into turn 3, puts the muscle on, and he's up to third. Lacey Laura Ferris up to 6th. She started dead last. Lacey Laura Ferris now up to 5th into turn 1. The 54 car, Larry Purrier, now your leader. Scott Pounds, the number 1 car, right behind him, running 2nd. And Scott Pounds into turn 1 now takes the lead. The 0 car, Steve Downs, now 2nd. Purrier 3rd, Lacey Laura Ferris 4th. Scott Pounds getting a shove out of turn 4, and Pounds gets a loopy-doo. Oh, that could be treacherous out of turn 4. A bumper loose off of the number 7 car, and the 49 car hits that bumper and goes up in steam. Randall Davis, the 6-cylinder, the yellow number 7 Camaro, off the track. He lost his bumper out of turn 4 when Scott Pounds got looped up. 1, hit it! And Laura Ferris off turn 4, your leader in the red number 40 car, into turn 1. The red number 40 is now the leader. She started dead last. The 00 Steve Downs running 2nd. The number 54 of Larry Purrier 3rd. And we go red flag again as the 42 car hits the Hall ambulance sign in the back chute. Todd Barker. It is not Scott Pounds driving the number 1. That is Steve Pounds, his brother. 3, 2, 1, and we go back on the green. Your leader, I believe, is still the red number 40 of Lacey Laura Ferris as it goes into turn 2. Three abreast out of turn 4, up high, close to the wall. Made contact, the 31 car, look out. A couple of cars locked up in the horns over there, and Steve Pounds takes a heavy hit. Your leader still the red number 40 of the lady driver, Lacey Laura Ferris, into turn 3. Fast car on the track right now, the 14 car, Steve Parrish. He's in turn 3. He is hooked up, looking good right now. Black and white Monte Carlo. In the wall, turn 4, sparks coming off that car as he goes along the cement. That's the number 73 car of Marty Barker. your leader out of turn 4, Lacey Laura Ferris.
Went on the other side of the bar. Walmart up there.
Your leader now off turn 2. A bumper lays out of turn 2 right below the Pioneer Motor Company sign. Somebody dropped a little excess weight off. 30 laps down, 20 more to go for the round 1 segment. .172 Doug Jeffers out of turn 2. Right on his backside, you find the 88 of Eric Gifford. Couple of long-time competitors on the Enduro races all over California, Jeffers and Gifford. And your leader, the red 40 of Laura Ferris, right on their backside. Into turn 4, the number 20 car getting real loose. Tail end comes up, hits the wall, gathers it back up, still going hard. Mike. I believe that's Mike Sylvester in the 120 car. Jeff Chastain makes contact with Sylvester. Both hit the wall, come off of turn 1. Your leader out of turn 4, a whole lot of traffic right up in front of her, including Jeffers and Laney. Less than 10 laps remaining in this first segment, 50-lap Enduro race. Lacey Laura Ferris getting loose off turn 4, gets part of the infield, gathers it back up. The 101 car of Hollywood Mike Trogdon working the high side out of turn 2, right behind your leader, Lacey Laura Ferris. That's an unofficial leader at this time. Look out, the 14 car getting wild down the back chute. Steve Parrish. The number 38 car, a lot of smoke coming out the backside of that ride. That's David Gilliand. Winding down here now, just a few more remaining. Let's see who that checkered flag comes out to. Unofficially, the red number 40 of Lacey Laura Ferris. Number 40 is your leader, Lacey Laura Ferris into turn 1. Now the one, oh look out, the number 120 car of Mike Sylvester getting loose, hits the main chute wall. 46 laps down, 4 to go. Unofficially, the 101 car of Hollywood Mike Trogdon out of Nepomuc running second. .47 down, 3 to go. Your Lacey Laura Ferris, your leader off turn 2, 3 abreast down the back chute. She's running that upper groove now, running that high side cushion. Opportunity to build up a lot of RPM, and she comes off turn 4 and does a big number. Here comes number 40. We're on the last lap. And here's your winner, the number 40 car, Lacey Laura Ferris. Holy mackerel, she did it, folks. A mad dash into turn 3. Oh boy. The lady driver schooled the hairy-legged boys here tonight and takes the first 50. I'll try to get you some kind of a rundown. action. There he goes. Granowitz hooked up on the front. This is 8 laps. 1 down, 7 to go. Connor's getting a little love tap from his partner. That Jake can get caught up in the axles or the front suspension. Come on, Granowitz, put your foot in it, mama. Give him a push! Push it! Give him a push! How many race fans think that yellow number 1 of Chris Connors can overtake these front 2 runners? It's Granowitz up front. Come on, Chris. 3 down, 5 to go. What do you think? Is Granowitz best Connors gets back? Connors getting a left step on the backside. All right, here's Granowitz. White flag action. Sheriff Clark on the backside. Bakersfield PD says, hey, this isn't Highway 199. Come on, Connor, put the hammer down, bro. Sit over, running off forward. Here comes Connor. Granowitz down low, Connor's up high. And here comes your winner out of turn 4. Steve Granowitz. Sit under. I think he's going to give Connors a ticket for driving too damn slow. Making it booty on the racetrack. Okay, pull over, buddy. I got you going less than 10 miles an hour. Oh my God. A celebrity race, yes indeed. I think you got to give Chris Connor a black flag out there for just not going anywhere. Good place, guy, okay? Yeah. Right out of the stables of KUCZ Radio, big hand for Chris Connor! How you doing? Hey, you're Hey, what, everybody's going to pull you over and give you a ticket. Hell, you're going too damn slow. What happened? Well, I can't, you can't pass. You got that food. You can't go around the other side, on the outside, you know? Well, did you feel your partner back there hanging on your back bumper? I did, but I knew he was there. Well, let's present you with the black Steve Granowitz. The winner, how do you feel, buddy? I just want to thank Chris Connor for being in the tow business here, because that's all you were doing was tow that car, huh? There's your winner, folks. The winner, Steve Granowitz, KUCZ Radio and his partner. How fun, huh? How do you feel, buddy? A winner here tonight. I want to get the motor supervisors down here so I race against them. I think Sid Underwood did a good job everybody coming out and having a little fun? And your partner here crying, if I may use that word loosely. Sid Unruh, Sid, I saw you coming up and getting on the backside of Connors. I mean, this guy was like a snail out there. You feel like riding him a ticket or what? Absolutely, I felt like halfway doing 50. Yeah, but actually, I think he was doing less than 5. I think so. I think the reason is that Steve ran with his names on top of this car. I think we got snookered. Well, what do you think? Are you going to come back here and try this again for 1996, maybe? Absolutely, we'll be here. Right, grudge match. A challenge grudge match. There you go. Let's get a group photo if we can, Carl. You come over here. Chuck. Or Chris, I'm sorry. Chuck Connors. Yeah, all right. All right, here we go with the 20-lap main event for the IMCA Modifieds on the pole. Representing Taft, California in the 08 car. Big hand for Jay Barrett. Outside front row, the number 87 car out of Bakersfield. Big hand for Buck Cox. Second row inside, you pick up the number 11 card out of Pahrump, Nevada. Big hand for Robin Rood. The number 10 car, Lady Driver, second row outside out of Bakersfield. Picked up a new sponsor, Mary Kay Cosmetics. Compliments, of course, there of Eva Van Sant. Next row inside, the 26 car out of Bakersfield. That car is for sale. Gary Brannon. Move back a little further, you pick up the yellow and white number 1. That driver was the 1994 national champion known as the Rocket Man. Big hand for Scott Pounds. Move up a little bit further, you find the third row on the outside. That is the 18 car. The 18 car out of Tulare, California. Your driver, Tom Bowser. Behind Tom Bowser in the 16P, comes to us out of Porterville. He manufactures race cars, IMCA modifieds, late models, hobby stocks, all kinds of goodies. Your driver, Steve Smotherman. Below Steve Smotherman, the red number 4, your current IMCA national points leader out of Santa Maria, brought to you by Santa Maria Driveline. Your driver, Ryan Cole. Behind Ryan Cole, the white number 12, comes to us out of Hawthorne, California. Your driver, Ron Bartels. Next to Bartels, the blue 0 car. Your driver, Jim Reeves. The orange number 77 car out of Marina Del Rey. Your driver, Bill Bartels. Next row inside, the blue number 4 car out of Bakersfield. Your driver, George C. Scott. Next to him, the number 9 car of Jim Dinas. Lights out, we're looking for the green. The number 70, Bill McMahon out of Port Hueneme. There we go, on the green. No, we don't. No green. No green. Oh, look, oh man. Airborne. Gary Brannon got airborne off of Buck Cox and looked like he picked up a piece of Robin Rood. Parked at the apex of 1 and 2 is the number 1 car of Scott Pounds and Bob McMahon and Buck Cox. No green. What happened there? Third row on the outside was the 18 car of Bowser. He jumped up out of the groove and was all the way up front when that green did not come out. Jay Barrett sets the pace. The lady driver, Lynn Dinas, up front off turn 2, your leader. Steve Smotherman jumps up for a quick second. Tom Bowser third and Jim Reeves fourth. Lynn Dinas opens the door. Smotherman, Bowser, take a look. Bowser loses it in the apex of 3 and 4. And Lynn Dinas up in smoke. Lynn Diners parks her car underneath the Valvoline sign at turn 2. And we go yellow on the track for Lynn Diners. She was leading, and all of a sudden it looked like her motor went away on her. Lights out, we anticipate a green. Now down the back chute, Steve Smotherman starts to build the RPM. We go green. Gary Brennan loops it into turn 4. And we go yellow on the track. Scott Gadsden, the Superman in the blue number 5. Lights out, and we go on the green. Scott Pounds up to 3rd, Ryan Cole 4th, Ron Bartels 5th in the number 12 car. Action, Jim Reeves on the top side, Ryan Cole down low into turn 3. Scott Pounds on a rear bumper, banging Jim Reeves. They go through the corner. And Ryan Cole up to 2nd. The yellow 16 of Steve Smotherman, your leader, going into turn 3. Smotherman getting a little loose as they come off turn 4 as he goes past lap traffic. Ryan Cole 2nd, Jim Reeves in the blue 0 3rd, Scott Pounds 4th, the number 1 car. And then you pick up the number 6 car of Darren Smotherman, your current points leader in IMCA Modifieds. Drops down underneath the Pounds and has to fall back behind him. We go yellow on the track, down the back chute. The 87 car of Buck Cox tangles with the number 5 of Scott Gadsden. Your leader right now, the 16P is Steve Smotherman, followed by the number 4 car, Ryan Cole. Then you pick up the blue 0 car, Jim Reeves, then Scott Pounds. And we're on the green. Scott Pounds sticks it deep into turn 3, gets underneath Jim Reeves. Pounds now up to 3rd. Ryan Cole starting to reel your leader in. Smotherman had a look at him out of turn 2. Smotherman pushes high up in the groove out of turn 1. All the cars starting to go up high, looking for that cushion. A little more moisture up in that higher groove. Smotherman up there, and he drags along Cole and Scott Pounds. Whoa, out of turn 4, Cole had a look at Steve Smotherman. and Darren Smotherman makes a pass underneath Jim Reeves. Darren Smotherman now up to 4th. He is your current points leader here at the Bakersfield Speedway. Your leader still the blue and plum, or the plum and yellow color number 16 of Steve Smotherman. Look it out of turn 2. Ryan Cole right on his back bumper. Oh boy. Your leader now in the lap traffic. Smotherman drops down low. Ryan Cole also dropping down low. Lap traffic moves up high. Open the door for your leaders. Cole quickly jumps up high, looking into turn 3. Smotherman stays down low. Smotherman coming off turn 4. Ryan Cole right on his bumper. Cole takes a look, had his shot coming off too, but he doesn't have that RPM buildup that Smotherman has. Darren Smotherman in that white number 6 is up to 4th. Jim Reeves running 5th. White flag action one more time. The question is, can Ryan Cole, your national points leader, make a pass? Can Steve Smotherman hold him off? One more corner. And here comes your checkered. Steve Smotherman, Ryan Cole 2nd, Scott Pounds 3rd, Darren Smotherman 4th, Jim Reeves 5th. Oh boy. Steve Smotherman was able to hold off Ryan Cole. The last 8 laps, they were nose to tail. And your winner of the 16 car, Steve Smotherman.
And then you guys got locked up in the lap traffic. And I know Cole, you came into turn 1, you dropped into that lower apron because the lap traffic did a thing, gave the move over flag. They moved up, gave you a clear shot. Underneath though, little structures looked like it got pretty dry slick.
Yeah, very, very dry slick. You have to really be careful down there on the bottom. I think that's going slowly.
And Ryan Cole wasn't giving up. He stayed right there, finishing up third with Scott Pounds. He was also starting in on the hunt. But you pretty well have that one wire to wire. Now, Steve, I understand that you are building some race cars. That's part of your pastime?
Yes, I do a full time. I go modified, I-4 modified, street cars modified.
So obviously you have built your own chassis here. What kind of chassis you running? What is this, an Impala?
Yeah, it's an early mill frame, just like the Harris car.
I like the Harris cars. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. A car builder, he built this one himself. He's in the winner's circle. Big hand for Steve Smotherman.
All right, main event time on the pole. The number 24 car, a hard charger out here at the Speedway. Out of Bakersfield, big hand for Adam Wren. outside front row. Looking really good here tonight. That's the Raging Cajun out of Bakersfield, the number 90 car. Scott Trahan, the number 52 car on the inside. That is Wild Bill Hammonds, the number 14 car, of course. Rick Henderson, the number 1 car. Tim Bewley in the black number 1 car. Way in the back there, of course, the lady driver, Lacey Laura Ferris, won the first segment and made it in with a flat to this main. Lights out, we'll look for the green. The number 25 car, front yard dog, Roger Herrick. The number 11 car, Steve Cargill, makes heavy contact with Herrick as he got loose on the lower apron. Oh, look out, turn 1. That track is slippery, mama. Yeah, we'll go a restart on that one, I bet ya. So lights are out. We'll anticipate a green out of turn 4. Setting the pace, the number 24 car of Adam Wren. Keep in mind, this track has just put a fresh layer of moisture down, as you saw when we tried to get this last start going. The drivers will have to be a little cautious. RPM starting to build. Your starter, Dennis Tinker, waves the green. Adam Wren first into turn 1, gets sideways. Scott Trahan out of turn 2, your leader. Adam Wren recovers real fine, settles in for 4th, maybe 3rd, pushes Hammonds up high, picks up Billy Irwin, sets him sideways. Adam Wren takes a spin out on the front bumper of Tim Bewley. Adam Wren, oh, Trahan, your leader, takes a 360. A 360 and keeps trucking. Falls back to 5th. Your new leader to the 14 car of Rick Henderson. Danny Lewis running 2nd. Jay Marks up to 3rd. Running 4th. A car out at the exit of turn 1. A car looped it out of turn 1 at the exit. Hit the wall hard as he tried to make an exit there. That's the number 90 of Scott Trahan. Hits the exit wall going out of turn 1. We go yellow for him. Your leader, Rick Henderson, in the 14 car. Pulls up the RPM. We're on the green. The boot Outhouse Irwin and Jim Perry make contact. They lock up in turn 4. Outhouse Irwin comes out, collects up Wayne Kaufman, or Adam Wren rather. The number 25 car of Roger Herrick. Currently 15 on the track, 5 laps down, 15 to go. Oh, Adam Wren and Billy, the boot out House Irwin, made big contact down the back stoop. 3 abreast into turn 1. Lacey Laura Ferris on the high side, grabbing that moisture on the cushion. Down the back street, going through lap traffic. Jay Marks up to 2nd. Danny Lewis running 3rd. The 14 car of Rick Henderson, your leader. Lap traffic right smack dab in front of him. Virgil Riddle goes off the track into the pits. Right rear flat on the 52 car, Wild Bill. Hammonds. Right rear flat on the Hammonds car. Danny Lewis falls off the pace. Up to third now, the number 11 car, Speedy Steve Cargill. Cargill running third, running second, Jay Marks. First is the 14 car of Rick Henderson. Henderson now with a lot of lap traffic in front of him as he comes into turn 4 on the back bumper of Jerry Morgantini. Morgantini, no slouch, as he's a quick competitor here. Henderson and then Jay Marks right on his tail. Jay Marks in that white 08 car, Little Nova. Marks on the high side. Drops back down low into turn 1. Here you can see your front 3 leaders, the 14 car Rick Henderson. Then you pick up the 08 of Jay Marks, and right behind him, Jerry Morgantini, a lap down. Henderson now getting ready to put the 25 car Herrick down a lap. Jay Marks out of turn 2. Henderson lost the right rear tire, and your leader, Jay Marks, on his way for a 3-peat. We go yellow on the track. Oh, tough break for the hard charger Henderson. He was kicking some booty out there, spanking his way up the front. Out of turn 2, he lost the right rear on his car. And guess who's up front? Your leader now, the 08 of Jay Marks. Jay Marks looking to make a 3-peat here tonight. We go green. Bumper down the main chute into turn 1. Lacey Laura Ferris losing her bumper. Wild Bill Hammond's doing a 360 out of turn 2. Bumper sitting on the inside berm going into turn 1. Jay Marks, your leader. Steve Cargill, an 11 car, running second. Cargill jumps the high side out of turn 4. Right front flat on the 676P of Jerry Morgantini and into the wall below the American fence sign. I believe that's, oh, yeah, that's a little bit of exhaust coming out, unburnt fuel. I believe that is the number 20 of Dennis Turner. 5 laps to make a 3-peat out of this. Kicking booty here tonight. Speedy Cargill right on the backside, reeling him in. It's Marks and Cargill off 4. Danny Lewis and Jeff Houston's, all 4 of them in the hunt, nose to tail out of turn 2. Lacey Laura Ferris loops it out of turn 2. Down, 3 to go. Jay Marks with a 5-car length advantage over Steve Cargill. Then you pick up Danny Lewis, Jeff Houston's, and Billy the Boot Outhouse Irwin, and then Jim Deedy. And Tim Bewley right behind Dede. 18 down, 2 to go. White flag action now to Jay Marks. And your winner, Jay Marks. Steve Cargill second, Danny Lewis third, Jeff Houston's fourth, Jumpin' Jim Dede fifth, Tim Bewley sixth, and Billy the Boot Out House Irwin seventh. Eighth on the track is Roger Herrick. Oh, we'll go down trackside with an interview.
All right, thank you, Mike Woods, photography. Come on over here, Jay Marks. Golly. He had the last two main events in a row, and tonight he made it a three-peat. He's trying to take Billy Bush after Jay Marks. How you doing, bud?
I don't know, we just got great fans, great crew, and a great car, and this is incredible.
Incredible. No, it's incredible. You did it, buddy. 3 in a row. Now we got a big race coming up there next Saturday night, the Labor Day Western Classic. And this car's hooked up, looking great. I mean, these guys were right behind you, but you just kept pulling away. You got something working for you. What is it, bud?
Well, I just think it's a little bit of tire pressure and the right combination of a fresh engine, and just a keen eye of watching the accidents and capitalizing on it like that.
And how about this rooting section you got for us way up front here? Huh? These guys, is that all family?
Yeah, they're all family. They're all making the bell, and they look like they're out yelling at everybody else here. I really like to see that. I appreciate them all coming down.
All right, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. Your winner, 3 in a row, Jay Marks.
Tickets on sale right now to the World of Outlaws coming up September 10th. Jack Hodenschild, Dave Blaney, Sammy Swindell, Steve Kinzer, a whole lot of the boys coming down here to kick some booty, of course, along with Kevin Pilot, Jimmy Sills, all the guys running out of the NARC division will be married up with the big boys. World of Outlaws, of course, travel all over the United States. The difference with an ARC car and a World of Outlaws is that there is a no tire rule, so that the World of Outlaws run a big old huge right rear tire. Lights out. We'll look to go green for this modified street stock 25 lap main event. On the pole, the number 20 car, Mike Berry. Outside front row, you pick up the yellow number 7 out of Torrance, California, Kenny Mann. Second row inside, you pick up the number 77 car. Now, that's the 33 car of Jake Nocero. Next to him, the 34 car, Lonnie Welch. Next row inside, the 76 car, Charlie Jones. Next to him, the 91 car, Billy Nolan. Lights out, we're on the green. Track a little wet yet. Kenny Mann, your leader. Mike Berry running second. James the Hammer Hammond's taking a shortcut. Out of turn 2, 2-car bumpers locked. Steve Nolan and Charlie Jones. Bumpers locked into turn 3. A wreck in turn 4. Mike Berry, Lonnie Welch, the number 91 of Billy Noland, and the number 48 of Bruce Smith involved in that altercation. Along with Jessica Wofford, they all came into turn 4. Lonnie Welch dead in the water with a 180-degree look at the track. Hooked up here big time in that blue number 78. Running third, gets his nose underneath Super Phil Matthews. Kenny Man opens the door. Here comes Cook on the low end. Debris at the apex exit of turn 4, where Billy Nolan made contact with a spun out number 34, Lonnie Welch. Super Phil running that upper groove, got a little extra RPM off turn 2. Now on the back bumper, but right with him, Ralph Cook down low. And Super Phil up knocking on the back door of Kenny Man. Kenny Man, your leader. Phil Matthews and Ralph Cook going nose to tail. Side by side into turn 1. Ralph Cook makes an entry into 1, comes out turn 2, your leader. Oh, what a pass by Ralph Cook. That was great. Great. Chris Laney now with a muscle move under Kenny Man. Up to second. Man up on the high side. Laney down low. Jim Harker, look out. Jim Harker now up to third. Kenny Man with parking it up into turn 1 on the high side. That hurt my ear. We go back on the green. Right front and right rear flat on the yellow number 7, Kenny Man. There you can see your leader, Ralph Cook. He's got about a 6-car length advantage over second place Chris Laney. And behind Laney, the number 79 of Jim Harker, and right on his backside, the number 2 of Darrell Hood. The black number 2 of Darrell Hood running 4th. 5th is your current points leader and last year's track champion, Slippery Steve Nolan in the white 17 car. He is 5th. Super Matthews behind him in 6th. And then the 52 car of James the Hammer Hammonds. 12 down, 13 to go. Mike Berry loops it into turn 1 and 2 and gathers it back up. Ralph Cook now with a big challenge out of turn 2. Chris Laney out of Torrance, California, all of a sudden starting to pinch some booty on him. Track conditions definitely coming to the 97 car, Laney, sponsored by West Coast Auto Salvage. He comes out of Torrance. He's looking for a victory here tonight. A duel into turn 4. Daryl Hood opened the door. Steve Nolan up there next to him. Nolan on the low side, Hood up top coming off turn 2. Steve Nolan now up to 4th, right on the back bumper of the 79 car, Jim Harker. But Daryl Hood comes right back at him. He got on that top groove out of turn 2, and he had to put the brake on. Ralph Cook in turn 3 trying to get around lap traffic. Your driver in the number 20 car, Mike Berry. Daryl Hood gets underneath Harker out of turn 2. Hood back to 4th. Harker 5th. Super Phil 6th. James the Hammer Hammond 7th. White flag action to the 78 car, Ralph Cook. Cook is going to the front. Chris Laney starting to reel him in. One more turn to make. Laney sticks it up high into turn 3 and off turn 4. Your winner, hey, it's Ralph Cook, the BC Ray Tire sponsored car. And Daryl Hood finds himself on the apron out of turn 4. Oh boy. Chris Laney 2nd, Steve Nolan 3rd, Jim Harker 4th, and Super Phil Matthews 5th. Going down trackside with an interview.
I tell you, Ralph, this is the first for 1995. You've been a Charger competitor all year. You're one of the jet setters that travel all over the United States with your job, and all of a sudden you're here kicking booty. How's it feel being in the winner's circle?
It's great. It's great. I've been out front a couple times and had something wrong with the car each time. This time everything stayed together and we're going to win. We're back to do it.
That's right. You started way back there, and all of a sudden you were up front. Right towards the end, you had about 5 laps left of the main event, and you got caught in the slack traffic coming into turn 3.
Yeah, I didn't know how much lead I had because we haven't got a mirror in this thing, and I was really worried about who was behind me. We had a couple good cars right behind me, 79 and 97. I'm worried about that, but when I got through the last traffic, I saw the white flag come out, and I didn't really feel comfortable with the checkered flag. Well, of course, the checkered flag, if you're not doing the checkered flag drop, it's all been for nothing. You're exactly right. The 97 car in first lane, he finished up about 2 car lengths behind you, right behind him, Jim Hartner. A couple times out of turn 2, lady looked like he had a little bit more hood coming out of that corner. She came up and looked at you, but out of turn 4, you got to power down. Yeah, I was having a little trouble getting out of 2, and 4, we're having trouble going in the 4. They will do the whole line coming out, a bit by down there. That's what I was trying to do the last thing now, where the whole down before we get out of the right place. All right, appreciate you. Nice win for Ralphka. Big hand for Ralphka.
Well, there's your leader. She won the first segment. She's running up front right now. Lacey Laura Ferris, Scott Pounds right on her back bumper. Paul Brutzman running third. Spin out by the 000 car, Steve Downs. Laura Ferris opens the door for Pounds. Pounds comes down low, RPM cooking. Laura Ferris goes up in the high side. Pounds down low, side by side off turn 4. It's the 40 car of Ferris and the number 1 of Pounds. Lap traffic going to play a big part of this now. Laura Ferris takes the lead back. Oh, a nice maneuver between the 70 car. Finds his way right back up on the rear bumper of Laura Ferris. Ferris lap traffic right in front of here with a 38 car of David Gilliand. Oh, and Ferris and Pounds make contact with Gilliand. Scott Pounds now your leader. Or is it the 14 car up front? Steve Parrish. Back to 6th. The number 1 car of Scott Pounds, your leader into turn 2. Look out, your leader almost got took out by Parrish. Oh, or the 38 car rather. Gilliand. Scott Pounds, a lot of smoke coming out his rear section now. Scott Pounds, you might say, up in smoke at this point. And the number 14 car takes the lead. Steve Parrish. Parrish into turn 4, the 14 car. The black Monte Carlo with the white hood and deck lid. So Scott
Scott Pounds will retire that number 1 car to the pits, a blown engine. Boy, this here race makes me hungry. I'm going to run over and get me one of those Subway sandwiches. Your leader into turn 1, the number 14 car, Steve Parrish. Dave Gilliand up in smoke. He'll park that 38 car down on the infield. The yellow number 7 into turn 1. That yellow Camaro is a 6-cylinder, a straight line 6-cylinder. Your driver, Randall Davis, sponsored in by Bob's Muffler. The number 101, Mike Trogdon out of Napomo into turn 2. A lot of smoke coming out of his car. And we go red on the track. Four, 3, 2, 1, hit it! So we go back on the green, but the number 4 car of Paul Brutzman stays dead in the water. And we go back on the red for him. Sam's towing on his way out of turn 4 will give Paul Brutzman a little push. He won, hit it! So we go green once again. I believe we have something like 10 laps down right now, 40 more to go. Unofficially, the number 14 car is your leader as he comes out of turn 4. 12 cars of lap traffic in front of him. Oh, Randall Davis getting a big ride down the main street. Spins your leader out the 14 car. That's the 54 car causing havoc. Larry Perrier. Steve Laney losing the handle out of turn 4. That's Brett Laney. A wreck down the back chute in the wall. Brett Laney with the right rear tire broke loose. He had made contact with 54 car Larry Purrier. Laney twisted around in a 180-degree fashion. The tire makes it all the way over into turn 4. He's singing the old song right now. You picked a fine time to leave me loose wheel. 3, 2, 1, hit it! And we go green. A lot of moisture left on the track by the 00 car. Your leader down the back chute, the red and white number 2 is Steve Voigt. Comes to us out of Santa Maria. Voigt now locking horns with the 00 Steve Downs. And that's your leader, the number 2, just getting on the top side of the 54 car, Larry Purrier. A real pretty car, but the number 2 car is the faster of these cars right now. He is your leader. The number 7, a 6-cylinder, Randall Davis on the backside of the number 14 car. Randall Davis up close to the wall, down the back chute. Hollywood Mike Trogdon, the 101 car, loops it out of turn 4. He has a right rear flat on that car. And Lacey Laura Ferris working herself up to the front now. Randall Davis with a right rear drops it off in turn 2. The yellow number 7 Camaro up on the high side loses a tire. Yeah. 172 locking horn. Doug Jeffers gets hooked up with Steve Downs. Jeffers able to free himself. Jeffers has been a winner here in past Enduros. And Doug Jeffers goes into the pits. 3 abreast, 4 abreast off 4. The number 2 car, your leader. But Lacey Laura Ferris right on his backside. Car's getting creamed up into turn 2. Oh no! Laura Ferris taken to the wall by the 54 car, Larry Purrier. She had worked herself all the way up to second and gets caught in the melee at turn 2 and finds herself up on the wall. 3, 2, 1, we're on the green. Your leader, the number 2 car, red and white into turn 1, off turn 2. And the 77 car breaks an upper radiator hose, steam coming all off of that car. Mike Hagelstein having his own little barbecue out there right now. That's your leader coming off turn 2. Stephen Voigt right behind him, the 101 car of Hollywood Mike Trogdon. Trogdon down a lap. He had gone into the pits. So the number 2 car is still your leader. Still running that big old tunabout, the number 8 of Jim Thornsberry, still outside kicking booty. Also the number 70 of Adam Miller, he's out there still running. Currently running strong, that 14 car, Steve Parrish. Thornsberry takes it off the track in the back chute going into 3. Doug Jeffers right behind him, Eric Gifford. No, that's Jeff Christine. Jeff Christine driving that old number 88. Gifford pulls to the infield down the main chute, gets back out on the track. Only 13 cars remaining right now. And there's your winner. The winner, the number 14 car wins it. Steve Parrish, the black 14 Monte Carlo. He was in the hunt the first segment, and he takes the second one with Laura Ferris. The first, we'll see what the entire outcome is after they compute all the totals. Don't forget, next Saturday night here, we'll have a green flag time at 7 o'clock. We'll start a little bit earlier with the Western Classic 50-lap main event for the Labor Day special with late models, the Modified Street, the Hobby Stocks, and the IMCA Modifieds. Once again, an extra $1,000 has been put in the pot by Delco Gunite and Pools by Ike. You guys need any swimming pools, be sure you call those that sponsor racing. Pools by Ike. Late models will be going on to will be going on the clock for a time.
From our track production, Mike Wood. All right, tell you what, Steve Parrish, you were in the hunt that first 50 lap segment. You were kicking some booty this year, Monte Carlo, which hooks up going to the front. And all of a sudden, here you are, your second segment, and you are the winner. How do you feel?
I feel great. My night was to go. I've been trying for about 8 years. I think this is the first time I've ever won one.
8 years, so you're a long-time campaigner for Enduro. 8 years, and all of a sudden, this is your first main event win?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
I know correct the number? I changed the head. Ah, okay, well there you go. And you come through us out of what city? Santa Monica. Santa Monica! Oh, there's some Santa Monica fans. But tell you what, we appreciate you. You know, you're supposed to bring us up to enter in our Labor Day race next Saturday night up here with you as a hobby division, huh? Well, I tell you what, you know, they have to run automatics. You can lock the rear end. And no 400 locks, so it's got a 400 in it, that way it works. So you say you got a stock 350, so what the heck, you're in there, bud. Right, well, maybe we'll get the call. I'll have to think about it. All right, there you go. Your main event winner here, or your segment winner, rather, for the Enduro, Steve Perry. Steve, pleasure to have you up here. Thank you very much. All right.
My golly, another end of an outrageous night at the Bakersfield Speedway. I tell you what, J. Marks in Hobby Stock, the 08, had made a three-peat, 3 wins in a row, and then all of a sudden when they teched him into pits this week, he did not make tech, so he is DQ'd for the night. That moves everybody up 1 position, and that puts the number 11 car of Steve Cargill in first place. I hate these damn bright lights. They drive me nuts. Where's my sunblock? So Steve Cargill up probably about 6 points now ahead of Jim Deedy, who I believe finished 5th. Then Laura Ferris wins the first segment of the 50-lap, 100-lap Enduro race. And Steve Parrish wins the second 50. We'll find out who's the overall victor. So until next week, we say good night to y'all. Take care. And may God bless each and every one of you. I love racing buckwheat.